You are driving home while listening to your favorite music. Then suddenly, a random driver honks at you very loudly and overtakes you. You get angry. You try to follow him, but it doesn't work. You become furious. You call him idiot. You turn off the music and start driving silently. What happened? Have you ever asked yourself what made you angry and how you can control your anger? You cannot control something you don't understand. The harder you try, the messier it will get. Psychologically, anger is a secondary emotion. It is a reaction to other primary emotions, softer emotions. Think of it like an onion or the structure of an egg. Anger is the shell, the white layer. Something everyone can see, something you express outwardly. But it holds and covers the primary emotion inside it like the yolk in an egg, which is invisible to other people and often even to ourselves. Whenever you are angry, deep down you are feeling one of three emotions, or your anger is covering and holding one of these three emotions like the yolk. The first is fear. When a parent is yelling at a child who keeps running into the street, their primary emotion is terror. They are scared of losing their child, but it comes out as anger. The second is pain. When you are passed over for a promotion you worked months to get, you get angry. You get angry at your boss, angry at the company, and even after you go home, you may get angry at your wife. But your anger is covering pain, a pain from losing something you worked on and hoped for months. The last one is shame. Think of the last time someone cut you off in traffic and made you angry. You may have honked at them, or even tried to follow them. Your primary emotion is shame from being disrespected. When they cut you off, it feels like they are saying, "My time is more important than yours," or "My car is faster than yours," or "My driving skill is better than yours." And that shame comes out as anger. Now think about every emotion that goes through your mind, and imagine the emotion of anger is erased from your system. Do you think it would make your life easier, make you a better, calmer person? Or would it cause harm you didn't expect before? Every emotion has its use. Nature put it there for a reason. When you get angry, your body and mind are cooking something. Your brain releases a chemical response, adrenaline with a little dopamine. Your heart rate increases and your blood pressure rises. The result is a sudden burst of physical strength. Your body and mind shift into combat mode. Anger gives you one of two things, depending on the situation, and the primary emotion underneath it. The first use is protection. It gives you courage and strength to fight and protect yourself from what is threatening you. Predators in the old days, and people crossing your boundaries today. The second use is motivation for fairness. It helps with resource guarding. If we were not capable of anger, others would take our food and shelter in the old days. If we were not capable of anger today, others would easily take advantage of us. Anger is a signal. If you take what is mine, there will be a big fight. If anger has such important uses, why control it? Why are we told not to be angry? Anger comes with two big costs. The first cost is collateral damage, which comes from your brain. When you get angry, a large amount of adrenaline is released to switch your system into fight mode. This makes your brain unplug from the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for rational thinking, planning, calculating consequences. And plug into the limbic system, the emotional and unconscious animal brain. This system is important for survival because it reacts fast. In hunting and gathering times, when a predator appeared, we didn't have time to sit and calculate the best option. This instant system helped us survive by reacting faster than the predator or threat. But when this old system is used for modern problems, it causes damage. You destroy relationships, hurt people you care about, and damage things you will need later. In the moment of anger, your brain believes destroying everything is necessary to protect you. But later, when the anger fades and the brain reconnects to rational thinking, you realize you have destroyed your own collateral. The second cost is physical health. A study published in the European Heart Journal in March 2014 found that you are 5 times more at risk of a heart attack and 3 times more at risk of a stroke when you are angry. This is because heart rate and blood pressure rise to prepare your body for combat. The more often you get angry, the higher your risk of cardiovascular problems. So, what can we do? Control it? Try not to get mad? When you try not to get mad and decide not to react at all, you start secretly holding injustice, unfair treatment, shame, and pain. This turns into cold anger. It doesn't destroy relationships instantly like explosive anger, but it kills connection gradually. More importantly, it damages your self-image. You slowly stop respecting yourself, and people start feeling there is no harm in crossing your boundaries. The right approach is management, not suppression. While there are many psychological models of anger management, one of the most effective techniques is the three-stage process. The first stage is recognition. The moment you get angry, recognize and admit to yourself that you are angry. You can say, "I am angry right now." Don't try not to get angry, just admit it to yourself. The goal is to catch the spark before it becomes a fire in an unexpected place. The second stage is de-escalation. Give your nervous system a short amount of time. Do nothing for 30 to 90 seconds. 90 seconds is ideal, but even 30 seconds helps. You can focus on your breathing or count down from 30 to 1. The idea is simply to give time for your nervous system to calm down. The final stage is external action. This stage is not about hiding or holding anger like in the first two stages. Now your system has cooled down enough, so you are less likely to trigger extreme physical stress or say something you will regret later. You are in a safe place to shoot, and your shot is not random or in the dark. You choose your action based on the primary feeling. Not the anger itself, but based on the feelings behind the anger. Be careful with that. If the feeling is 1 out of 10, you may leave it. If it is 5 out of 10, you may warn them firmly or communicate it calmly. If it is 10 out of 10, you're free to take action that may even end the relationship. The actions depend on you and what you value. But the whole idea is like driving a speeding car with no clear direction, without even realizing you are speeding. In Phase 1, you notice the speed on the dashboard. In Phase 2, you slow down, park, and let the engine cool. In Phase 3, you check the map, turn on the engine, and drive toward the right place at the right speed. By doing this, first, you are honoring biology. You are not ignoring the adrenaline released in your brain to protect you. Instead, you are using it. Second, you are honoring yourself. You demand justice and self-protection without creating collateral damage you will regret later.